Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
the Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Hounds are attacking—
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this. Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent.
Is the Khaenri'ah Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Khaenri'ah. You have our deepest gratitude. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift—
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosk. The sacred— Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachi Rusato's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it! Time to teach him a lesson! They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Into the wind!
Our bond is strong!
Out of my way!
Time to go. One with nature. Lightning flash! Thunderclap! Yeah. Get moving! Into the wind.
There are so many of them! No wonder the Khaenri'ah Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler! You can take them!
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Khaenri'ah Commission.
Okay, sounds more like A. You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to— Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking—
Makes sense. You must get super bored being—
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps—
Why?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delicate. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura—
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe, but an excess of caution.
Guess you can't argue.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace Company. Having someone uber powerful on your team got— Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask— This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Follow the wind. The wind knows me.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will...
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's Huh? What's this? Could they be... What?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting.
What happened here? Could you tell...
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no... We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're every last trace of humanity's existence.
But look!
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, the almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope...
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please.
Calm down. The war you speak...
Over. But...
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. There are no monsters. Nor is there...
What? But how? Just moments ago, I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down.
I think I understand. Yes, we were right to place our trust in... Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that...
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw, what the sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, an entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards.
So the memories of the ones that died are all...
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now? Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Khaenri'ah. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late. But my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same...
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined.
Hey?
Yes. For the longest time, all my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses all those who sacrificed themselves back then, gave their lives fighting for a future. As Inazuma's god, warriors of the past who spilled your blood on this land, I will never forget you and all that you did.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on, let's...
There are a load of rift hounds here too!
Leave them to me.
Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish!
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply concerned. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area...
Ah, makes sense! The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely... Hey, the same light is leaking out again!
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to... It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has... I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments. After all, it's quite a mess.
What should we do? Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere.
I see. So, they have fought there. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather... And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to... Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run? People flee out of a desire to live on. And the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in... But me, I have no such thoughts. And I have no... The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make them... So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the Almighty Shogun for the last time. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if... Goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't... Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests fed...
Don't worry about it. Take a rest.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No. Your humble...
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your mem. Leave it to us.
But... Well, okay. I never thought... I can't decide whether it's a final regret.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most...
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your...
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal...
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that...
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was all... He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality.
You and Makoto had pretty...
Indeed we did. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning, they are similar. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form now. It seems like she was right.
Wow. There sure was a lot going...
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, and ambition is a yearning for something material or a concrete outcome. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate...
That's...
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of... Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom, but in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding...
Do you feel you're starting to understand?
You have already witnessed my previous view, but now I no longer cling to what was lost.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set.
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty...
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep...
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself.
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the...
So we won't... We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, This chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it. You're right. But the things we've seen today, I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu.
She died in that disaster.
Yes. She went to Khaenri'ah alone. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, but this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me. Yes. It was too late. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. So all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Why did she go to Khaenri'ah first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a...
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, no one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as in the end, I simply had to accept that with the help of the sacred Sakura's power,
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. I once told myself that I would never, but even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some... And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced...
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for... You mean to say that she was somehow involved in...
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so...
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, and also, my mind was consumed entirely with the so I am afraid I can't...
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced...
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny.
We should go. Let's keep following the trace.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last. Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey! Are you
Fear not. There is no escape! Shine down! Illusion!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Shine down! Now you shall perish! Torn to oblivion!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apology.
Don't worry about it. Just take a break. We'll deal with the monster. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men! They're coming back for more! Let's get them!
Don't! It's too...
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to...
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope. This hope is the light that will guide us out from...
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
I'll settle this! Dissipate!
Yeah! Cyclone! Yeah!
Alright, it's my turn!
Take this! Yeah!
Stand with me! Out of my way!
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than... Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the generals...
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely return...
Well, what are you guys...
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fight. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs, no matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma.
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as with you leading us, we will claim back everything that he...
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, the result being that in the centuries since, you could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless. But even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years...
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty. I used to think just like that samurai. That I was first and foremost a warrior. And my only duty, but what Inazuma needs more than a warrior. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to... Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one.
Well said. Sounds...
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. No matter how long it takes, now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work.
Alrighty then. He looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotion. She seems to have changed a lot since we... Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up. What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like the situation... No need. I need to go to the cave.
Why?
A battleground. One where...
Yeah!
We're finally here. The end.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
It's getting... This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. It looks like she will no longer...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Where are we Paimon! Whoa. This place... Look! It's another...
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the One Within, but it is also the guardian of the rule. Should the One Within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice!
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your... But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now...
Wait!
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued... As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, but inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too, When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like, hey, showdown with the Shogun?
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both do.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty. It inherits A's pain. The pain of inevitable loss that comes. Every action undertaken is for the sake of determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded. Only rules shall remain constant for... Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have... You wish to make yourself my... I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. There is no escape! Illusion shattered! The eye sweeps the land. Shall perish! The beautiful sakura blossom that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
This world, a fleeting shadow. Inazuma shines eternal! Pathetic. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Stillness. Now you shall perish. Inferior. Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not... But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, she was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change. And this is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter 500 years ago, here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge. It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true, I fight for the everlasting future of Ina. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma during my absence. I place everything.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just... She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, help her. Well, whatever. We can't let anything. Oh, but we also can't get. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, Raiden. Don't feel Paimon now. Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly. Who knows if she really understands these.
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort.
Is she playing dumb? She's stupid.
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from.
Because Raiden Makoto is no.
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there. Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just. First things first. Follow.
Protection of your.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crap. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away. This is precisely why when entering the plane of Euthymia, it's much.
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's headed up to here!
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And... This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Over countless battles, not once have you lost. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you for your firm commitment to enforcing the... You bring honor to the title of Guardian. Now these two return once more to... Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500... Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. Sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Witness the final calamity. This, I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to... You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Yet, my reason for... And whenever I think of this, I feel the blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to... I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, this power is beyond the limits of... This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, it was at once a familiar feeling, and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, you truly have changed. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to... I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties.
Makoto?
I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment... a convoluted way to reach you. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. But... Everything happened so... I've always felt terrible. I should have been the one to impart these ideas.
Did you know what was about?
I had some sense of it. That place... was not... In my present form, I can no longer... But I know that this must have been an extremely...
Don't look down.
See?
It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Here, take it. Before my last but it is you who must take the most.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of... No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Eternity is a concept intimately connected.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely. And yet, that sense of disorderliness...
I don't fully understand yet.
Well...
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would...
I know you've always perceived there was something. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection.
No. But I understand why now.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I...
Now he's...
I'm joking. That tree has been through a... And obviously I played my part. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you... Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly. You were... At that time, I could sense a... Suffice to say, fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment, and the flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but...
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside. My first thought was... But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks.
Hey, how are you
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will...
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was... After all, you saw Makoto at...
I only heard her voice. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She even factored my image. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally... Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to...
Makoto said the exact...
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today. After that...
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity I don't doubt that many challenge... I'm looking forward...
Hey, Traveler! Remember that pit at the bottom of the chasm? You know, the one that the giant pillar smashed into. Hyman took a quick peek before we left last time. There was some good...